Good afternoon. Please remain standing as I welcome Senior Taylor Westfall to the podium. Taylor will be introducing our national anthem. Taylor has enlisted in the Army National Guard post-high school. She will begin basic training on May 28th at Fort Leonard Wood. Taylor hopes to earn her culinary specialist. Taylor hopes to earn her culinary specialist and possibly pursue aviation in the future. Taylor plans to attend college at the University of Louisville this fall. Family and friends, Senior Taylor Westfall.
Thank you, Dr. McCowan, for the introduction. Please stand and join us for the singing of our national anthem, led by our mixed chamber choir. We remember America's fallen by placing our hands over our heart as a bell rings in their honor.
Thank you, Taylor, and thank you to our choir. You may be seated. Good evening, honored guests, graduates, families, and friends. My name is Emily McCowan, and I am the proud principal of Rockwood Summit High School. It certainly has been a senior year to remember, and it is with pure joy that I say, welcome to the Rockwood Summit Class of 2025 Graduation Commencement Ceremony. I would like to introduce several special guests with us this evening. On stage are individuals who have contributed to the education of our students. Would all please rise as I call your name? From Rockwood Board of Education, President Lynn Mignette, Vice President Ms. Tamara Romberg, Directors Ms. Sarah Boyer, Mr. Bob Cadigan, Mr. Philip Milligan, and Dr. Mara Voracek-Warren. From our central office, we have joining us Dr. Gary Jansen, Assistant Superintendent, Supervision of Secondary Education, Dr. Paul Godwin, Assistant Superintendent, Supervision of Elementary Education, Dr. Shelley Willett, Assistant Superintendent of Learning and Support Services, Dr. Kim Cohen, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Dr. Steve Hankins, Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Mr. Bob Deneau, Chief Information Officer, and Dr. Curtis Kane, our superintendent of the Rockwood School District, unfortunately is unable to attend this afternoon due to his own daughter's graduation at the University of Kentucky, but he does send his best wishes to our graduates and commends them on their achievements on this special day. In addition, I would like to recognize those in our audience today. We hope our graduates have felt the love of their parents and extended family who have supported them over the last 18 years. We know many of these family members are here tonight, and as is our tradition, we would like to begin by recognizing the grandparents and any great-grandparents of our graduates to please stand so we can honor you. I know for some of our families today is bittersweet, as your youngest child is graduating from Rockwood Summit High School. If this is your last child to graduate from Summit, please stand. Lots of cheers for the soon-to-be empty nesters. I would also like to acknowledge all the parent volunteers for their hard work and efforts to ensure our students' success by serving in a wide variety of areas such as PSO members, Booster Club members, Senior Slam Committee volunteers, and also those who have helped in the concession stands or snack shack. If you have volunteered in any capacity at Rockwood Summit, would you please stand to be recognized? Last year, Rockwood Summit celebrated its 30th year. Our doors first opened in September of 1993. As we continue to celebrate and honor our history and traditions, I would like to take a moment to celebrate those who have contributed to building the outstanding culture of Rockwood Summit, our alumni. If you are an alumnus of Rockwood Summit, I ask that you stand so we can celebrate you being a part of our history. Next, I would like to acknowledge the educators who have contributed to the success of our graduates. Would teachers and support staff from Bowles Elementary, Kellison Elementary, Stanton Elementary, Utah Valley Elementary, and Rockwood South Middle School who are in attendance to please stand to be recognized. Seated in the rows outside of the graduates and on stage are members of the Rockwood Summit staff who have dedicated themselves to supporting each of these graduates before us. I would like to recognize and thank members of the Rockwood Summit staff who are here today, as well as those working behind the scenes. We are here for this wonderful occasion because of your continued commitment to providing the highest quality education for each student. Would all Rockwood Summit staff please stand so we can recognize you? Earlier, we recognized America's Fallen with a chime. This was a tradition that started with the class of 2006. Each year, we recognize our community members who have served in our country's military, both past and present. We would like to continue this tradition by recognizing all members of our audience who have served in America's armed forces to please rise so we can recognize you. We would also like to recognize the members of the class of 2025 who have made the decision to serve our country by joining the military. Would all seniors who are going into military service please stand? Lastly, the class of 2025 would like to recognize those family members and friends who are here in our hearts today. Please join me for a moment of silence as we remember those who are with us in spirit. Thank you. I now have the honor of introducing Madison Brown, member of the class of 2025, and ask that she please join me at the podium. During her time at Rockwood Summit, Maddie competed in volleyball and basketball her freshman year and has played Summit soccer all 4 years. Maddie also participated in other leadership capacities, including student council and link crew. Maddie plans to attend Mizzou next year, where she will major in nursing. Maddie is joined this evening by her proud parents, Roy and Alana, whom she would like to thank for always being there for her. Family, friends, and graduates, Senior Madison Brown.
Thank you, Dr. McCowan. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maddie Brown, and I am so incredibly grateful for this opportunity to speak here today. I would like to sincerely thank each and every one of you for being here to celebrate the graduating class of 2025. More specifically, I would like to acknowledge our teachers and staff who worked tirelessly to help us reach this milestone. And to our parents, thank you for everything you've done for us. We owe it all to you. Initially, I wasn't sure what I wanted to share about in my speech, but I began to think about the valuable memories and lessons we as a class experienced together. Coming from a small Catholic school, I was very nervous about making the transition to come to Rockwood Summit, but I couldn't be more grateful for the experiences I was a part of and the relationships that flourished from it. I once heard the quote, "A place is only as good as the people you know," and that it's the people that make the place. This really encapsulates my high school experience because it perfectly captures the kind of place Summit truly is and the warm, welcoming people who walk the halls every day. As we made our way through the halls and staircases of our school, we are welcomed by the cheerful smiles of our teachers. They not only ensure that our assignments are completed and that ACT Lab is productive, but they also stand ready to support us in every way possible, both academically and personally. Their dedication and willingness to help create an environment where we can thrive has successfully impacted all of our lives. From our first days as nervous freshmen to the confident individuals we are now, our time here has been filled with challenges, growth, and unforgettable memories. I would like to take a couple minutes to reflect on the journey that brought us here. Freshman year was full of firsts for most of us as we tried to find where we belonged. I remember walking in on the first day of freshman year feeling a mix of excitement and fear. We were all wearing masks, both literally and figuratively, wondering if we'd fit in or be accepted in this new world. As the hallway stretched on, each one looking the same, there was no end in sight. Each unfamiliar face began to blur together as strangers in the crowd, as we were forced to trudge past crowds of cheering link crew members, our heads staying glued to the ground, wondering, does it ever get any easier? In reality, it didn't get any easier, but we learned to adjust. After enduring 1,400 grueling school days, countless hours preparing for ACT tests, and the trials of chemistry class, which, if we're being honest, no one knows how I passed. However, as we began to navigate the mazes of the hallway, it started to somewhat feel easier for us. Eventually, we experienced our first pep rally, jam-packed in the gym, covered in yellow paint. While cheering, we admired the seniors all decked out in blue. Little did we know that before we could blink, we would one day be standing in their shoes. Sophomore year started to somewhat feel like a breath of fresh air after all, as we all finally got the chance to take off the mask of uncertainty after the challenges of COVID and our first year of high school. It was a time when we finally got to be our real, authentic selves after learning more about our place here. More classes, more school involvement, you name it. We were sophomores who just couldn't wait to be upperclassmen. Most of us finally got our license, thanks to our parents for letting us have a little freedom and maybe a few $20 bills from our dads. Thanks, Dad. Eventually, we made it to junior year, the year everyone tells you is the hardest. And truth is, they weren't wrong. No matter what classes you took or grades you earned in them, junior year was the beginning of us thinking of the end. We saw our school come together to support the girls and boys soccer team at Soccer Park during the state championship as we flooded the bleachers in orange. We even joined together almost every Friday night while the band kept the atmosphere high as we cheered on the football team. We also witnessed students spending countless hours of their time for NHS while journalism students showed up and covered it all. As an upperclassman, we all got the experience of witnessing our first prom and coming together as a class for a dance that once felt so far away. Now finally, senior year, the year we all remember. It didn't start as we expected, as we recall losing that rigged powder puff game to the juniors in the fall. Was this setting the tone for the year? Would senior year really live up to our hopes? That loss felt symbolic, and we weren't quite sure what would come next. However, this loss didn't last long, as we quickly turned the year around by winning musical chairs and the spirit meter at the homecoming pep assembly. We even drove all the way out to Centene Ice Rink to support the hockey team in the freezing cold, all squished together, as they made their way to the final for the first time since 2014. And we of course can't forget Mr. Oglesby singing Ice Ice Baby, not once, but twice at the Renaissance Pep Assembly. We were on our way to set the tone for a remarkable senior year. We carried this tone throughout all the exceptional victories, the pressures of exams, and coming together even in the hardest moments, such as a breakup or losing a close friend. Whether you are going to a four-year university, entering the workforce, or proudly serving our country, all the big and little wins of high school taught us lessons that we can learn from forever, and I can proudly say that we will all be just fine. At this point, you're probably waiting to hear some "you should do this" advice, but the truth is, we're all just living different versions of the same life. Looking back, I realized that waking up before 8 a.m. every day wasn't so bad after all, because somewhere in between the yawns and the rush to get out the door, life was happening, friendships were forming, memories were being made, and we were growing up day by day. Each of us individually took our own distinct paths to be here today. Some of our paths not even crossing, yet we all breathed a sigh of relief knowing we made it here. We all knew one day our lives would change. Having to say goodbye to friends and teachers who changed our lives in unforgettable ways, some partings being bittersweet while others feel so freeing. We were just 14 when we walked into Rockwood Summit, nervous and unsure. Now, we're walking out as young adults, still figuring it out, but stronger and more ourselves than we've ever been. When I think about these past 4 years, I feel incredibly grateful. Grateful for the people who made the hard days easier, the good days even better, and the ordinary days unforgettable. As I reflect on my journey here at Rockwood Summit, I also feel incredibly fortunate to have had the people in my life here that made time fly, from the friends I made and the teachers that supported me through it all. It's really hard to believe how quickly these years have passed, filled with friendships and relationships that we will all cherish forever. And while saying goodbye is never easy, it also reminds me of something really special, that I'm lucky. We're all lucky to have something that makes saying goodbye so incredibly hard, because that means it mattered. These years, these people, this place, it all meant something. As you leave here today, remember to always stay open-minded. Try that new restaurant. Say yes to plans you're afraid of. And always know that it's okay not to be okay, to not know what lies ahead of you, and to be unsure of what your future holds. My advice for each of us is to lean on the people you've grown with. Keep them close. Let them remind you of who you are and how far you've become, because we're all still becoming. One thing I want us always to remember is that a place is only as good as the people you know, and that you will always have your people here at Rockwood Summit. Congratulations again to the class of 2025.
Wonderful words to live by, Maddie. I always love to hear how our student speaker captures their 4 years of high school. I learn something new every year when I hear the student address. For example, I had no idea that if you lost Powder Puff, as long as you come back and win musical chairs, all is right in the world. I did not know that. I've been worried about you guys for the last 8 months, and you were fine. So thank you, Maddie, for sharing that insight and all those beautiful sentiments. At this time, would the senior members of the choir please take their place? The Rockwood Summit Choir program contains 5 curricular choirs ranging from beginning to advanced levels of music. Our singers explore a wide variety of music traditions from around the world and throughout time. Today, the choir seniors and members of our advanced choirs will be performing Somewhere Only We Know by Keane, under the direction of Gabrielle Purley, accompanied by Lisa Johnson on piano. Thank you, Director Purley and the Rockwood Summit Seniors and Choir Ensemble. I would now like to welcome Senior Class Principal Mr. Jocelyn Oglesby to the podium to recognize our students with academic honors.
Thank you, Dr. McCowan. Beginning with the class of 2013, Rockwood School District graduates with superior grade point averages receive academic recognition honors. Graduates who have achieved this standing have been presented with a medal by Rockwood Summit Renaissance. They are wearing those medals tonight and are recognized in tonight's program. At this time, we will recognize the 3 levels of academic honors. Cum laude graduates have a cumulative grade point average after 7 semesters of 3.5 to 3.749. Will our graduates who have achieved cum laude status please stand and be recognized at this time? Magna cum laude graduates have a cumulative grade point average after 7 semesters of 3.75 to 3.99. Will our graduates who have achieved magna cum laude status please stand and be recognized at this time? Summa cum laude graduates have a cumulative grade point average after 7 semesters of 4.0 or and higher. Will our graduates who have achieved summa cum laude status please stand and be recognized at this time? Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Oglesby. Congratulations to our students who were recognized for academic honors, and a heartfelt thank you to Mr. Oglesby, our senior class principal who has guided the class of 2025 through the senior year at Rockwood Summit. He has been an advocate for his students, providing support and guidance as they have navigated their final year in high school. I know he is proud of this class and has built strong relationships to help them reach graduation status this year. Thank you, Mr. Oglesby, for continuing to care for our seniors and helping them finish strong. At this time, would the senior members of the Rockwood Summit Band and Orchestra please take your places? The Rockwood Summit Bands have experienced another great year with marching band, symphonic band, wind ensemble, jazz band, percussion ensemble, and winter guard. The marching band earned multiple awards with highlights including placing in the top 3 at the Sullivan Marching Festival, Jaguar Pride Invitational, and the Fort Zumwalt River City Showcase. The Winter Guard competed in the MCCGA circuit in the Scholastic AA class, placing in the top 3 at multiple contests. This year, the Wind Ensemble was one of only 6 high school bands from across the state selected to perform at the Missouri Music Educators State Conference. This accomplishment is equivalent to winning a state championship. The Rockwood Summit Symphonic Orchestra is one of the highest performing ensembles in the state of Missouri. The orchestra consists of students who play in additional ensembles such as St. Louis Youth Symphony Orchestra, the Young People's Concert and Symphony Orchestra, All Suburban Honors Orchestra, and the Missouri All-State Honors Orchestra. Our symphonic orchestra has performed at the Missouri Music Educators Association State Conference twice in the last 8 years, an achievement only accomplished by one other orchestra in the state. In addition, orchestra also performed at the festivals across the country, consistently achieving the highest overall score and winning judges' Best Ensemble Awards. Students in the symphonic orchestra continue to work hard and progress their musical skills while having fun. Both groups are joining together tonight to play Mr. Brightside under the direction of John Mazar. Thank you to our band and orchestra students and director, John Mazar. At this time, I would like to invite senior Mackenzie McClanahan to the podium to introduce our faculty speaker. As Kinsey comes to join me, let me share a few highlights about her. In her 4 years at Rockwood Summit, Kinsey participated in lacrosse, swim, and volleyball. In addition to athletics, Kinsey was also co-president of National Honor Society and actively participated in Student Council, Renaissance, Link Crew, and the Class of 2025 Advisory. In 2024, Kinsey was named the Junior Renaissance Student of the Year. Mackenzie has also received numerous accolades, including the Falcon Flight Award, Bright Flight Scholar, Gloria Missouri Award, and this spring she was recognized by the state of Missouri as one of the top 100 Missouri scholars. Mackenzie will be attending Auburn University this fall, where she plans to earn her doctorate in pharmacy. Family and friends, senior Mackenzie McClanahan.
Thank you, Dr. McCowan, for the introduction, and good afternoon, faculty, friends, family, and the esteemed class of 2025. Thank you for giving me the honor of introducing one of Summit's most beloved and impactful teachers. It's difficult to put into words just how many lives Miss Angela Steele has touched, including my own, but I'll do my best to capture what makes her so unforgettable. Now, when you step into Miss Steele's classroom, you're immediately surrounded by walls filled with hundreds of photos, pictures of students from the 2010s to ones who just graduated last year. And at this point, she's probably taken over 3 bulletin boards. I've honestly lost count myself. But those photos are more than just decoration. They are proof of the relationships she's built and the legacy that she continues to grow year after year. I first met Miss Steele in Honors U.S. History, or as we call it, HUSH. And at the time, I'll admit, I wanted to drop that class more than once. It was tough. But HUSH taught me how to study, how to take notes, and how to prepare for tests, these skills that I still use today. And she didn't just teach history. She taught us how to be better students. And that's what sets her apart. She doesn't just want you to pass her class. She wants you to succeed in life, your other classes, and to be a genuine human being to everyone. When freshman year ended, I was disappointed, thinking I might never have her as a teacher again. But even if you're not in her class, you still see her a lot. I would say on a good day, I see her about 5 times in the hallway, and on a bad day, maybe once or twice. And each time, she's deep in conversation with a different student, checking in on them, cheering them on, and building real relationships. Luckily, senior year gave me another chance, this time in her law and justice class. Ask anyone why they take that class, and they'll probably mention the amazing guest speakers, real DEA agents, gang specialists, and of course, Travis Noble. But the truth is, that class is what it is because of Miss Steele. Her mission is simple. She wants every student to leave her class knowing their rights and understanding the justice system. Knowing that knowledge is powerful, she makes sure we all walk out a little bit wiser. To know Mrs. Steele is to love her. She's the second mom you didn't know you needed, checking in on you, reminding you to believe in yourself, and of course, delivering her infamous weekend speeches. Her classes are never boring, and even when they're hard, they're meaningful, because she believes in making learning matter. There are countless reasons why she was chosen to give this speech. Maybe it's because she competed in push-up competitions with her students, or takes her classes on walks, or brings in real detectives. But to me, the reason is clear. She's a teacher for the students. She shows up every day with one goal, to help us laugh, grow, and love learning. So, without further ado, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce the one and the only Miss Angela Steele.
I'm 4'11", by the way, so let me fix this real quick. She didn't mention that. Whew. And I had just told Kenzie that I was a little emotional, and then she does that to me, so thank you, babe. Thank you, Kenzie. I'm honored to be here tonight. I'm honored to say that I was your teacher. As she stated, she and I met 4 years ago in Hush, and I knew then, as I know now, that Kenzie is a truly incredible human being. She's been a leader and a role model, and we are going to miss her greatly, but Auburn's going to be a great place for you. You can come home anytime and come see us. I'd also like to thank the senior class of 2025. It's an honor to speak here tonight. Now, it hasn't always been easy. The last 4 or 5 years for us teachers have been a little tough. But you need to know that our struggles over the last few years have never been about you. You, our students, have been our reason. You've been our purpose. You've been why we love doing what we do. So thank you guys for this great honor and for all the memories. We stand here today because of your hard work, determination, and dedication throughout the last 4 years. It hasn't always been easy. I met these beautiful babies 4 years ago, and I called them my babies just so you know, they're my kids. I met them 4 years ago in the midst of a global pandemic, masked up and trying to figure out whatever this normal was going to be. But today, as we celebrate this great milestone in your life, I want to focus on the accomplishments, but more important, on the values that I hope you learned at Summit and what I hope guide you through your future. You're going to be not so surprised that they are love, hope, and acceptance. But what I know is that a mother of 3 beautiful kids of my own, there is nothing more important to your families that are here today that you turn out to be a good human. A good human, guys. I want you to be successful and achieve every goal you have, but it's about being a good person. And it's the small choices that you're going to make every day that are truly going to make up who you really are. So let's start first and foremost with love. Not the romantic kind that we see in movies, but the deeper, more universal kind of love. The love that binds us together as humans. The love that pushes us to be better, do better, and help others along the way. Throughout high school, you all have been tested a lot of times. Long nights of studying, for some of you, unexpected obstacles, and some personal losses. But it is love that has guided you along the way. Love from your families who have supported you. Now I just spoke in 2022, and I did this last time, but I loved it, so we're gonna do it again. Graduates, lock in, okay? I want you to find your family members in the audience. Look around. I know, you did it when you first walked in, you'll find them. I want you to wave and send love and blow kisses. Audience, will you share that love right back for me? See, I love the hootin' and hollering. It's my favorite part. Because I know, because I surveyed you, and some of you answered my survey, that you feel like the people in this audience are what helped you achieve your goals to getting here today. But I also know that you needed more than just the love from your families, but the love from your friends to lift you up when you're down. The love for yourself, reminding yourself that you're worthy of every success and every lesson. As I stated, I surveyed the senior class, and I want to talk about one of my favorite parts, which is what did you guys love about Summit? Summit staff who are on the aisles and in the front row, it's you guys. Over and over again, when I asked what they truly loved, it's you. They love the memories that they made with you. And graduates, we feel the same. I can only speak for myself, but I am going to greatly miss hearing Parker Buck and Gabe go, "Miss Steele," coming all the way down the hallway, yelling very loud, or my sweet Zaire, I know I found her, giving me hugs every single day, passing out your bracelets to everyone, making them feel good. Or Avery, Maggie, and Keegan hanging out outside room 168, making sure that Batch is having a good day, or that it's making sure Gigi didn't need anything. So as you leave Summit, I urge you to carry that love with you. Love yourself, love others, never forget the power of kindness. In a world that right now feels very divided, love has the power to unite us and to heal us and create a world more understanding and has compassion. Next is hope. I'm guessing at this point you guys know that life is unpredictable. You came in when we were literally, as teachers, flying by the seat of our pants, right? Middle school, like school halted, and then you went to Zoom, and then this bizarro like Zoom in-person combo that really didn't work, but we pretended like it worked. And then you came into high school with masks on, and then masks optional, and then no, it was madness, right? We all felt that it was madness. But even in those moments, hope is what kept us moving forward. For instance, Addie Horn, I'm going to use your survey, and her father, who I don't know where you are in the audience. But Addie Horn feels like her dad's hard work and dedication and late night studying, after working a full workday and then going to college and doing that late night homework, she has learned that that's what's inspired her to know that perseverance is truly the key to success. But hope is not blindly wishing that things are going to get better. You have to believe that we have the strength and the power to make a difference and see a change that we want to see in the world. Hope is this quiet, persistent voice that tells you, yes, you can, when everything else is telling you no. And hope, graduates, is what will fuel your journey in the future. So no matter where life takes you, hold on to hope. It is the light in the darkest of times and the guide when you feel lost. So when things don't go as planned, hope will remind you that there are always new opportunities ahead and new chances to rise up and try again. Finally, acceptance, one that's near and dear to my heart. We live in a world that often encourages us to fit into certain boxes, expectations, and predestined paths. I mean, you guys just got done with high school. You just literally got pigeonholed into something that you might not have even wanted to be. But you're done. That's the beauty of it. It's time to go out and find out who you really are. We are more than just the labels that are placed on us by society. We are individuals, each with our own unique strengths, dreams, and stories to tell. Most importantly, graduates, acceptance is about recognizing and embracing diversity. It's about understanding that everyone we meet, every person we encounter is on their own journey, facing their own struggles, and fighting their own battles. It's about accepting others for who they are, their flaws and all. So as you move forward in life, it is critical that you create space for acceptance, places where everybody feels valued, heard, and understood. Whether it's in a classroom, a future workplace, or in our community, I am begging you, graduates, please be the generation that leads with acceptance, that celebrates differences instead of fearing them. In the years ahead, there will be times where you feel out of place, when you're wondering if you truly belong. But look at me. I always tell you guys, lock in. This is an important sentence. Remember, you are worthy, you belong, and you are always enough. So I'm going to end today reading the same social media post I did in 2022, because honestly, it's still completely relevant, and I love it, so we're going to do it again. So graduates, as the world fights to figure everything out, I'll be holding doors for strangers, letting people cut in front of me in traffic, saying good morning, keeping little babies entertained in grocery lines, talking to somebody who seems lonely, tipping generously, waving at police officers, giving kids thumbs up and high fives, being patient with a clerk, smiling at a passerby, and buying a stranger a cup of coffee. Why? Because I will not stand to live in a world where love is invisible. Join me in showing kindness, understanding, and judging less. Be kind to a stranger, give grace to that friend who is having a bad day. Be forgiving of yourself. Most importantly, guys, if you can't find the kindness, just be kindness. It's that simple. So class of 2025, as you enter into the world, carry the lessons that we have talked about tonight. Let love guide your actions. Let hope fuel your dreams. Let acceptance create a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go out, do good in the world, and make this a more beautiful place. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just a little bit taller than her, not much. Okay. All right, thank you, Ms. Steele, for your thoughtful last lesson. You wonderfully put into words the journey this class has taken over the last 4 years. I have certainly seen examples from this class of love, hope, and acceptance, but we can all do better and be better, as you stated. Ms. Steele, I have personally decided that I am going to be very patient when people back into their parking spots. Even if it takes you 3 times, I'm going to sit there very patiently waiting. That's just an inside joke among our staff. I apologize. Okay, all right, let's move this show along. Here we are this evening to recognize this very special class. As administrators, we often say the senior class shapes the climate of our building. This group has certainly embodied our vision for Rockwood Summit of one summit, one legacy, inspiring excellence. We often talk with our cohorts through their 4 years with us to think about what kind of legacy they want to leave. How will we remember the class of 2025? The vision of one legacy is also about each of us leaving Summit better than we found it. Each year we challenge the incoming freshmen to do just that, and the class of 2025 certainly delivered. Here are just some of the highlights of this remarkable group. 167 of the 300 students before you stood to be recognized tonight as cum laude, summa cum laude, or magna cum laude. 213 graduates from the class of 2025 were recognized by our Renaissance program for having a GPA of 3.0 for the first semester of their senior year, 3.0 or higher. 34 of our graduates have earned Bright Flight scholarships for receiving a 30 or above on their ACT and are eligible for up to $3,000 in scholarship to a Missouri college or university for being in the top 3% of test takers in Missouri. 143 from the class of 2025 took at least one AP course during their 4 years, and 173 of them earned dual college credit through UMSL for their advanced high school coursework. 136 students will receive their A+ certification by meeting the requirements of strong academics, attendance, character, and also performing 50 hours of tutoring over the course of their high school career. We also have 8 students who are graduating this evening with not only their high school diploma, but also their associate's degree from St. Louis Community College. These students were participants in the early college partnership between Rockwood and St. Louis Community College. However, this is not just a group of scholars. The class of 2025 is definitely a group of talented musicians and artists. 114 of these students took an advanced music or art class during their 4 years at Summit and earned more awards than we could count. 156 students in this group participated in Missouri State High School Activities Association sponsored sport or activity just this year alone. 5 of these seniors are state champions. 21 of these athletes have signed letters of intent to play at the collegiate level, and we look forward to watching their continued success. We have so many individual students, teams, and groups serving our community both inside and outside of Rockwood Summit. While we have always tried to track the number of service hours, it's just not possible to quantify the caring spirit of this group. While those facts are certainly impressive, the class of 2025 has touched our hearts and our school in many special ways. Our graduates have left a legacy at Summit that will continue after they have moved on to bigger things. To think of where you were 4 years ago to who you've become today as a class always impresses me. The best way I can describe this class, what I will remember you all for, is that you all are like the month of March. You came in like a lion, but you are leaving like a lamb. That freshman year, that was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. But you've all grown to be such wonderful young adults with amazing personalities. I think your class may have also caused us to change the rules of musical chairs due to their competitive nature, and also possibly because someone went beast mode their junior year, but I won't mention names. You brought a fun spirit to our halls, laughter and leadership, and you also kept us on our toes. My sincere gratitude for all that you've done for our school and our community over the past 4 years. Thank you, class of 2025. At this time, I would like to invite School Board Director, Mr. Philip Milligan, to the stage. We are pleased to have him here this evening to accept this graduating class. Director Milligan and Rockwood School Board, on behalf of the Rockwood Summit High School faculty and administration, I acknowledge and certify that the members of this graduating class have met all the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the Rockwood Board of Education and the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. As principal of Rockwood Summit High School, it is an honor for me to present to you the class of 2025.
Dr. McCowan, on behalf of the Rockwood Board of Education, I am pleased to confer upon these students of the class of 2025 the high school diploma as granted by the Rockwood School District and the state of Missouri.
Thank you, Director Milligan, and to our Board of Education. Class of 2025, please prepare to receive your diplomas. While the first two rows are getting in their spots, the faculty, I wanted to share who will be here on stage and also greeting the graduates as they leave the stage. The faculty members who will join us on stage this evening have been chosen by the class of 2025 to read their names as they receive their diplomas. They are Mary Jo Bauer, Greg Gilbert, Jason Miller, and Nicole Rosner. Also joining us as we congratulate our graduates are the guidance counselors Jessica Kempa, Allison Sedlak, and Dave Stroll.
Sophia Mackenzie West. Sarah Gaysan Abdul Razak. Maria Abercrombie. Rama Aboud. Ali Almamori. Mohammed S. Al-Rashid. Austin Altoff. Jaquez Anderson. Emma Suzanne Anderson. Shekinah Annan. Grace Christina Arthur. Devin Scott Axton. Annabelle Elena Baker. Max Baumgartner. Blake Bell. Will Thomas Benson. James Berry. Mitchell Bertacci. Maya Bierman. Gracie Bircher. Brianna Birchfield. Joseph Bish. Bryce Birchfield. Carly Bishop. Emilia Bonagerio. Emerson Marie Bradley. Riley Brand. Blaine Branscombe. Emma Brede Goldenberg. Braden Brown. Madison Brown. Jaden Catherine Bryant. Parker Buck. Cameron Burns. Jonathan Buss. Eliza Cecile Carlson. Nathaniel Adam Carroll. Anthony Cervantes. George Chavez. Nick Chissy. Lucas Cobb. Zaire Cole. Mariah Marie Collins. James Colombo. Audrey Compton. Kylie Connors. Ali Copeland. Mary Bridget Corkery. Ariana Alexis Cox. Logan Cox. Allie Cross. Joshua Cross. Brandon Zupan. Lauren Darnell. Bryce Krista Davis. Gage Anthony DeBello. Alex Dillon. Micah Dixon. Hannah Grace Demagalski. Noah Donsky. Ella Renee Dooley. Claire Doyle. Olivia Dring. Lucy Drury. JT Easterwood. Emma Ensley. Isaac Everson. Victor Farwig. Lucas Faulkner. Delaney Ray Fendler. Mikey Ferguson. Carter John Field. Gray Luke Fisher. Zakia Fleming. Jameson Floyd.
Maya Marie Forrester. Finley Rose Lucille Free. Brady French. Tyler Page Freckman. Ember Fry. Lillian Elizabeth File. Abby Christina Glenn. Madison Nicole Gloden. Lucia Gelner. Morgan Elizabeth Gooch. Taylor Gordon. Noah A. Greathouse. Drea Griffin. Ethan Guloth. Brooke Leanne Guthrell. Rahid Hadi. Zechariah Kenneth Halem. Angelo Hall. Madison Olivia Hall. Lana Isam Hamed. Logan McCrae Hamilton. Julia Grace Hampy. Ryan Mallory Harness. James Harris. Lane Marie Hartzog. Madeline Coda Haynes. Peyton Lynn Hexter. Owen Scott Hilliard. Sophia Ayaka Hirata. Adriana Nicole Haper. Avery Susanna Hoffman. Savannah Holland. Phoenix Lucy Hansel. Addison Rose Horn. Sophia Alice Howard. Makai Tyree Hughes. Omar Hussein. Thomas Hutzler. Andrew Hyla. Jordan Johnson. Orrin Johnson. Brody Johnston. Andrew Julius. Braden Michael Kapler. Aaliyah Keller. Ava Kelly. Madeline Faye Kelly. Callie Kemp. Tamina Kwaja. Gavin Kiefer. Madigan Elizabeth King. Cloda Marie Klus. Madison Koch. Ella Elizabeth Korpecki. Matthew Koch. Mia Elise Corti. Kira Elise Kowalczyk. Chloe Suzanne Kraus. Tejas Krishnan. Leah Krobath. Joanna Croyna. Abbott Lackey. Cohen Lamans. Sarah Locke. Brendan Laurie. Amelia Lechner. Bryson Lewis. Tyler J. Link. Jack Lawfulman. Shane Luker. Jimmy Michael Madden. Avery Madura. Lily McGinn. Ava Nicole Millant.
Remy Main. Kezban Omar Mamakova. Olivia Eleanor Mance. Mason L. Marks. Jacob Marler. Abigail Elizabeth Martin. Chase Martin. Reese Alana Martin. Jack Matashek. Mackenzie Elizabeth McClanahan. Jayla Day McLeod. Benjamin McCracken. Jasmine McCready. Eli McCulley. Audrey Deanna McGurk. Anna McKinney. Nicole Meesey. Rita Meeks. Andrew Mailer. Zach Mertens. Ryan Menz. Kenesha Marie Merriweather. Aiden Metzler. Ava Midden. Connor Millar. Jackson Miller. Sean Millar. Asher Mitchell. Gianna Molina. Morgan Monrodis. Mariah Moore. Xavier Moore. Tyler Morgan. Jack Morgister. Cameron Mosier. Cameron Mueller. Cecilia Elizabeth Mueller. Kyle Mujajic. Ethan William Nelson. Sienna Monet Nicholson. Alexander Newoner. Ryan Nusser. Callie Grace O'Neill. Ava Oliva. Ridwan Osman. Gregory Pappas. Beatrice Peirano. Aiden J. Pelchman. Alec Henry Manuel Perez. Chloe Michelle Perstrop. Sonia Andra Phillips. Oliver Portner. Savannah Polizzi. Logan Andrew Pope. Alexander Potter. Adrielle Potts. Willow Catherine Powell. Hershita Prabhu. Amaya Aaron C. Prince. Seth R.P. Radicke. Nathan Ratliff. Brody Recht. Ava Leanne Reinecke. Vivian Lee Rickey. Jack Riley. Isabella Rivera. Faith Elizabeth Roberts. Rose Rivera. Jonah Andrew Roberts. Charles Michael Robertson. Emily Robinson. Tyler B. Rogers. Kara Irene Rosamano. Max Roth. Katerina Kathleen Rosamano. Nicholas Ruggieri.
Patrick Sabinson. Daniel Salas. Cameron Simlau Singh. Sonia Samuelson. Audrey Rose Schammel. Samuel Shear. Reagan Schertzer. Joe Schicker. Logan Schober. Braden Schoolfield. Ella Schroll. Michael Scott. Louis Scotty. Miriam Siddiqui. Ellery Selmeyer. Cooper Shane. Leela Sheets. Gabriel Seavey. Tesnia Kamal Sifat. Dylan Smerick. Tyla D. Smith. Salem Sobosinski. Eli David Summermeyer. Taylor Ann Springett. Hayden Marie Steinencooler. Ryan Malone Stellhorn. Cameron Rainey Stevens. Michael Boyd Stimson. Oliver David Stratton. Reed Sweeney. Audrey Tang. Logan Tanner. Elvio Tarticchio. Ethan Takati. Ava Quinn Thines. Tegan Thomason. Keegan Elizabeth Thewitt. Avery Quinn Adity Tibbs. Javea Marie Tiller. Lily Elizabeth Truman. Parker Truman. Eris Trumpeter. Emma Jonavark Tyson. Rebecca Utterback. Olivia Catherine Valdez. Cooper Joseph Van Sickle. Rain Vanderheiden. Amelia Van Horn. Coric Thought. Lola Gabrielle Velez. Sienna L. Walton. Owen Michael Warfel. Carter Warren. McLean Marie Wasser. Dylan Weffelmeyer. Lissa M. Wise. Taylor Rain Westfall. Ryan Wyrick. Addison White. Aiden White Leonard. Lillian Elise Wilkin. Emily Christine Wilkie. Abigail Wilkinson. Ryan Christopher Wilkie. Kaylee Williams. Teddy Williams. Tyreek Williams. Hannah Marilou Winberry. Tatum Winkler. Alyssa Wolfmeyer. Lindsay Claire Woles. Hayden Donald Womack. Logan Wunsch. Caleb Young. Caleb Young. Brianna Ziegler.
Let's hear it one more time for those seniors. All right, now I would like to ask our senior choir members to please join me on stage. While they're making their way up, as is tradition, following graduates receiving their diplomas, we ask that all stand for the singing of the Rockwood Summit Alma Mater. Our alma mater was written by a 2016 Summit student and former choir teacher, Angie Rice. It has become a part of many celebratory events at Summit, as well as a closer for home football games. You can find our alma mater in your graduation program.
We carry on with hearts forever, hailing Summit High.
Seniors, please stay standing. Would the senior class principal, Mr. Oglesby, and student body president, Willow Powell, join me on stage for the ceremonial moving of the tassels. To share a little bit about Willow as she makes her way to the stage, Willow has been a member of Student Council all 4 years. Willow has also been active in our journalism program as editor-in-chief of Yearbook and secretary of Quill and Scroll. Willow has received the Gloria Missouri Award this year, was a Falcon Flight recipient, and received the NSPA Leadership Award in Student Journalism. Willow plans to attend the College of the Ozarks next fall. Willow, along with Mr. Oglesby, will lead our graduates in the moving of their tassels.
Class of 2025, let's move our tassels together to symbolize the unity our class has felt and our many accomplishments together.
Thank you, Willow. Graduates, it's now time for us to let you go so you can make the 026 proud. But before we do, I have just a few final words for you. As you leave today, I hope you know how much you are loved and that we will always welcome you back home to Summit. As Maddie stated, you will always have your people here. You have left a legacy that will continue in our halls and our hearts even when you are gone. On behalf of the staff of Rockwood Summit High School, thank you for letting us be a part of your lives the last 4 years. We wish you the best of luck on your next adventure. Just make sure you come home to tell us all about it. You will forever be a part of the Summit family. And now, the moment you have been waiting for. Get your cameras ready, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduated Rockwood Summit class of 2025. Thank you so much. Have a great trip home.
Dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn the stone in hospitals and funeral homes. And when the fall rises, somebody sighs who is not in disguise anymore. There's nothing to keep you from falling in love. It starts at the bottom, it comes from above. Like pieces of a puzzle, like a hand in a glove. She gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's all